Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays from the Pilot Podcast family.
Ew, I hate it.
I know. Wasn't that sweet?
Yeah, that was gross. Anyways, hi, I'm Franny.
I'm Cody.
Logan. Sometimes I got to make sure, dude. I got to roll through the Rolodex of all my different names and be like, oh, this is the one.
This is who I am today.
Yeah, this is my personality today. Yeah. Do I have to intro this one too, or is somebody else going to do the work for once?
I just feel like you always do it. I can do it if you want me to. Hi, we're a pilot podcast where we watch a pilot episode of a TV show and tell you guys whether it's worth your time. This episode's a little different because we're watching holiday episodes. What? Merry Christmas. So, yeah, today we're going to be reviewing The Office Christmas Party. Office.
Yeah.
I think it's called The Office Christmas. I think that's actually the name of the episode for The Office.
Yep.
And then we're watching A Very Supernatural Christmas. Is that what it's called?
Yes.
Or just A Supernatural Christmas? Either way.
It's a very supernatural Christmas.
From Supernatural. Let's start with The Office because I feel like I said right before we started, I feel like more people are going to come for the Supernatural stuff. So let's get The Office stuff out in the open. Why don't you tell us a little bit about The Office, buddy? See, this is why we prepare. This is what we prepare for. He's out here like, let me, a professional podcaster, use Wikipedia real quick.
Listen here. I was not prepared to do the intro, so I was distracted. You know I'm bad at multitasking.
Well, sorry. I just, my arms hurt from carrying this whole podcast all the time.
Wow.
I mean, you're not wrong. Anyway. The Office is an American mockumentary sitcom television series that depicts the everyday work lives of office employees in Scranton, Pennsylvania branch of the fictional Dunder Mifflin Paper Company. It aired on NBC from March 24th, 2005 to May 16th, 2013, lasting a total of 9 seasons. It is an adaptation of the 2001 to 2003 BBC series of the same name, being adapted for American television by Greg Daniels, a veteran writer for Saturday Night Live, King of the Hill, and The Simpsons. It was co-produced by Daniels' Deedle D Productions and Reviel Productions, later Shine America, in association with Universal Television. So yeah, it stars Steve Carell, Rainn Wilson, John Krasinski, and Jenna Fisher.
Yeah, I think that this show is completely held on the shoulders of Rainn Wilson and Steve Carell.
Agreed.
And I think the moment that the show, spoilers, gets rid of Steve Carell, not rid of, but like he's off the show.
Yeah.
The show sucks after that, my personal opinion. That's just my opinion. But this is like right when, because this is season 2, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
This is right after season 1, which is not that great.
No.
But as soon as season 2 hit, up until Michael Scott was no longer on the show, this show is fucking great.
Yeah.
Yes.
This is like the best show. It's so well written. It's so perfectly comical. It does have almost a slice of life element, but almost a too ridiculous to be real element to it as well.
Like you can kind of pick up anywhere and watch any episode of this, but it does like pay you back for watching the whole thing through. Mm-hmm. You get the character dynamics a lot more.
So in this episode, they're having their Secret Santa office Christmas party.
Well, it wasn't supposed to be Secret Santa.
Yes, it was supposed to be Secret Santa.
Oh,
it's not supposed to be the
gotcha.
other thing.
Yep.
That's what I was building up to. Thanks for ruining it. Anyway, continuing. Thank you. Just kidding. No,
the tension.
So it's a Secret Santa, and the other thing is like he had just, oddly enough, in an episode that we watched, not for the podcast, but just in general, we watched an episode of the Halloween Office episode. Like we watched that one.
Yeah.
And he fires somebody in that episode, and that's picked up in this, where the person he fired, because he fired them, he got a bonus. So he's feeling guilty, but also really good about having this bonus the whole time, Michael Scott. And he spends a lot of money on his Secret Santa gift where the limit was $20, and he got like a $400 gift because he was feeling really good about his $4,000 bonus or whatever.
And he got that one guy as his Secret Santa.
Yeah, BJ Novak.
Yeah, who he like so like crushes on so weirdly.
Yeah,
has such a man crush on him.
And Jim gets Pam. If you don't know this about the show, they kind of have like a floating romantic interest going on, but she's with one of the other guys that works there, but not in the office, but in the other part of it. He gets her this gift, and he like gets her a teapot, and he fills it with all these like personal jokes, and it's like really kind of creepy and weird, but apparently she likes it.
How do you not know? How do you look at that tall, large man, and he gives you a teapot with a picture of him from high school and like a ketchup packet he saved from the time he went to the hot dog stand? How do you not know that he's like in love with you and has like your picture up on his mirror and he kisses it every day before he goes to work?
I think the meme is that she does know she knows, but she feels safe in her current relationship, doesn't want to risk it in the small fucking chance that she's not correct.
And it's a whole ongoing joke too that they've been engaged for like ever.
Yeah, her current person.
Yeah.
And I mean, so there's that, and then what happens is poor what's her name? I can't remember right now.
Pam?
Not Pam. The one lady who makes the oven mitt.
Phyllis.
Poor Phyllis hand makes an oven mitt, which is like so sweet. Hand knits it. Like that's really fucking hard to do and takes a lot of work. And Michael Scott's such a fucking baby. He's all upset because he got an oven mitt that he changes it to a white elephant exchange. And the whole time
Yankee
you're like
swap.
a Yankee swap or whatever you want to call it.
Dirty Santa.
Yeah. So they're swapping around all these presents, and on the inside, John Krasinski's character's dying because this teapot filled with all these personal facts and all this shit is getting passed around, and it's so fucking funny. It's
and
incredible.
There's also an iPod because that's what did we say that's what like he got him? Yeah.
And everybody wants the iPod. Nobody cares about anything else.
Yeah.
It's so obvious because it's like $400 or whatever.
Yeah.
And then Phyllis was already having a bad day because she bought the Christmas lights and they were too small.
I know.
And then you just see Angela, who is Franny, by the way.
Yeah, Angela is the head of the party planning committee, and she takes it very seriously.
She's such a cunt about
and
it.
I am Angela. I'm going to say that right now. I am Angela.
Oh, gosh.
I would shame somebody for buying the wrong lights, too, even though they couldn't possibly know what lights I wanted in my head.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's Angela for you.
And then I love the part where she goes outside and just starts like throwing things.
Yeah, she starts throwing her little ornaments and shit and breaking them and just screaming.
Yeah, that's
my favorite scene in the whole entire episode.
All because Mindy, whatever her name is in the show.
Mindy Kaling.
But
Kelly Kapoor.
Yeah, I couldn't remember what her name was. Kelly Kapoor. So she kisses Dwight, and there's like a whole thing where
what
like Angela's
the man's
pissed.
supposed to do.
Yeah, and Angela goes outside and breaks ornaments over it, which is like so fucking funny.
That's very me.
So, what did you guys think about the episode as a whole?
God, I love The Office.
Yeah.
It could shit in my mouth and I'd thank it.
Where do you get these little thoughts of yours? Like,
That's not really an Angela thing to say, you
no,
know?
not at all.
I'm sorry. I love The Office. I love every episode.
Definitely more of a Meredith, as it turns out.
Oh, yeah.
I think I'm. Oh no! My favorite scene is when so they are throwing this Christmas party, and Michael Scott, the boss, Steve Carell, he wants it to be like a lit time, but they can't have like alcohol. So after like the Yankee swap, white elephant shit goes south, and everybody's pissed off, he goes and buys like 15 bottles of vodka and brings them back. So they all start drinking, and at the end of the night, like they're all going to their local pub, Poor Richard's, and it's just him and Meredith left in the office, and she comes into his office and just takes her shirt off.
Well, it's because during the beginning of the episode, he's like, and tell everyone I have my camera and the best picture wins. So she's like, I'm going to come in here with my boobs out.
And then he goes, "Ooh," and then takes the picture and
he's
walks
like,
out.
"Ugh," and takes a picture and leaves.
Because it was not a good back.
No.
It was
See
not
a very
good back.
soft back.
Yeah.
No
very
offense,
soft,
Kate.
shitty body. Yeah.
Oof. Gosh.
Just got to be real. If we can talk about John Travolta that way on my other podcast, we can talk about Meredith on
John
this podcast
Travolta
that
does
way.
have a soft, shitty body.
So does Meredith.
Yeah.
Facts. It's just factual.
I just love this episode. It was so fun.
Yeah, it's just like
Bob Vance Refrigeration.
That is hilarious.
I love
Yeah.
Bob Vance.
The
He
Bob
just
Vance
reintroduces himself every time as Bob.
and then the BJ Novak character goes, "So what do you do for a living, Bob?" I love it. And then the Craig Robinson moment's really great too,
Oh
because
my God.
you have a
my
story about
God.
Craig Robinson, but also he comes in and he's like, "I want to be Santa," and the whole joke is like Michael Scott's like, "But you can't be Santa, you're black." Like,
Yeah. So I almost met Craig Robinson.
Oh, goodness.
I don't know if I've even told you this, Cody.
I don't know what you're talking about.
So
no.
I work in a retail store that is kind of designed for people, like for men. It's just a men's retail store, and Craig Robinson was in there, and like I work on commission, so like I was with my customer, right, and like I was kind of like staring Craig Robinson down, and I was like, and I couldn't like think of his name, and I didn't have my phone on me, so I was gonna like, I thought it was him, but like also like kind of was like, is it really not him? And I'm just like white from the Midwest and can't tell. So I was going to go up to him and make a joke. Like if I got a moment and be like, oh, like, am I being too loud?
you're not on the microphone.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I'm just really excitable
Yeah.
right now. But, so I was going to go up to him and like make a joke, like, because like we made eye contact like multiple times. Like he knew I was staring at him. And I was gonna go up to him and make a joke like, oh, do people tell you look like Daryl from The Office? And if it was him, I was gonna tell him like I was watching Pineapple Express like the night before. So like I was really excited. But shit happened and I ended up having to like leave work right after my customer and like didn't get to go up to him.
Aww.
And I was like in my walkie too, like telling my other staff like, oh my God, like I think this dude's in here, like, and like nobody knew who the fuck he was besides me. And after I left, I found out I was right. It was him. And they all met him and had a great time. And me, the only person that cared, missed out on it.
Yep.
That sounds like Franny's luck.
So, Craig, if you're listening, please come on the podcast.
Yes.
Yeah, come meet Franny. She loves you.
She really does.
I do. I was so sad. We made eye contact multiple times, though. I remember
He
it
was probably
so
like, this
distinctly.
crazy bitch.
She's
dude.
like, why is this bitch staring at me? And he knew I knew, and we knew, and it was a moment.
What was he doing here is what I want to know.
Apparently he shopped at my store like before, like whenever he's in the area.
Huh.
I run into celebrities all the time, dude.
Yeah.
I really do. I've met the Wahlbergs. I've met, obviously, Nick
Wahlbergs
Lachey.
makes sense, though. And so do the Lachey's.
And I've met Zac Efron.
And like
That
my
was
store's in Cincinnati, so like
yeah.
it's
Yeah.
it's a place.
Yeah, Mark Ruffalo comes here for fun.
Yeah.
I know. He was at an Oriental Walk like an hour after I left.
Yeah.
Wow, really?
Yeah. And they said that he tipped very well.
I bet he sure. I
hope
sure
he
bet he
did.
did. Yeah. What were we going to talk about? We're talking about the Office Christmas party. So all right. You guys think based on this episode that you'd watch more of The Office?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Cody, had you seen more of The Office? Like,
Oh,
have you
I've
watched
seen
The
the
Office?
entire
Okay.
series multiple times.
I wasn't sure if you had.
I love The Office. It's really great.
Mm-hmm. Me
It's
too.
a really good show. Are you a Parks and Rec fan too, or just Office?
It's okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
So it's so funny. You either get people who are like, oh my gosh, Parks and Rec is so much better, or you get the people who are like, it's trash. Don't even watch it. It's not worth your time. I'm like one of those people where I'm like, I get it. Like I think it has its moments, but I was just kind
Parks
of
and
like,
Recs too.
I was just like,
also.
I don't get it. I really don't get it.
I love it. I think it's just as good.
I think Leslie Knope's funny. I think Ron Swanson's funny. That's it.
Really?
Well, I enjoy Audrey Plaza, but like outside.
I love Chris
of
Pratt
Parks
in
and
it.
Rec. I'm not a big Chris Pratt fan.
I love doughy Chris Pratt. That is the most attractive Chris Pratt to me.
Okay.
I'm not, I wasn't super into that show either. I find it kind of boring.
Same.
I just feel like The Office is just like more heightenedly funny, that even though it's a boring story, everybody's really funny on the show. Whereas like in Parks and Rec, I like that Gary guy, even though his name always changes. I think he's funny. I like Leslie Knope. I like her husband, the young mayor man. He's fun. But like overall, like
I like
Rob
the whole
Lowe,
show.
not funny to me. Rob Lowe is not funny to me.
No,
I love it.
I don't.
I think he's
find Rob
hilarious.
Lowe very funny.
But I think we've kind of exhausted The Office.
But which
Yeah.
Office character are you?
Oh, and who would we fuck, marry, kill?
And yeah,
Oh, I'm Angela. So fuck, marry, kill. I would. Okay. God damn, that's hard. Not a lot of them are
Yeah.
fuckable, are they?
I don't know. I think there's
I know. I was
few
like,
that are
I
pretty
think there's a
fuckable.
few.
Yeah. All right, circle back to me. I need to think about my fuck, marry, kill.
all right. I would like to think I'm Jim, but I
Yeah.
could be Stanley.
You're Stanley. You're
It's so-
Stanley.
It's such a hard Stanley.
You're Stanley.
It's Stanley.
Yeah. So
You're
That's
just
the
not
only
there for the
option.
bullshit.
really, that's the only option.
I like
You
you're
don't see
charming.
me- you don't see me as Jim at all. Not even a little bit.
Honestly, no.
Damn, that hurts.
Well,
You're not like a.
You're
Simp.
charming, but I don't find you dorky.
No, okay.
And Jim's super dorky.
He's
I'll
a
take
simp.
that. I'll take that.
Simp.
I'll take
Oof.
that. So I'm Stanley.
Yeah, you're Stanley.
I would definitely. I'd marry Phyllis
I get it.
because I think she needs it. I think I'd be a good thing for her.
I don't know. Bob Vance might give it to her good.
Probably does.
I just don't. I don't like Bob. He's too much.
He's very much a like aggro male persona.
Yeah.
And then I guess I would kill.
Does it have to be from this episode, or can it be anyone from?
I think we should make it this episode just in case people haven't seen more.
Gotcha.
Also because I couldn't really answer you, to be real with you.
Yeah.
Like I don't know who Rashida Jones was in the show. I just know she was there.
Yeah.
Um,
Because I mean, I would pick Rashida Jones, but
I'd say I'd marry Phyllis. I'd kill Michael,
duh.
and I'd probably fuck Angela because I have a thing for like women that like hate me, you know, like I don't know why, but there's something about like if a woman finds me repulsive and then I like eventually still charm into her pants and like slam it in, I'm like, that's a win for me.
I have my fuck, marry, kill now.
Because I guess I wasn't that disgusting, was I?
I have my fuck, marry, kill now.
Uh-huh.
I would fuck Dwight.
That
Marry-
sounds so weird.
What?
That sounds so weird.
That's your dog.
Our dog's name is
How
Dwight.
dare you?
That sounded so odd.
Dwight Schrute. Dwight Schrute, not my dog.
Dwight's middle name is Schrute.
God damn it. I would marry Jim, and I would kill Todd Packer
Oh, yes.
because he is in this episode.
That's a good one.
I like him.
That's
He's
a
so awful.
I would murder Todd Packer. Cold blood.
And I would just want to fuck Dwight Schrute just that one time. I feel like it'd be some weird shit. But I also like how obsessive Jim is, so I think I'd want to marry him. Anyways, I'll let you talk now.
Oh, gosh. I would cry. Honestly, I find Mindy Kaling extremely attractive. However, Kelly as a character is awful.
Yeah.
And I would blow my brains out.
Yeah.
So I think I'm going to go with Mary Jim. I'm going to kill Todd Packer, and I'm going to Kelly. I'm just going to slam Kelly.
Yeah, just the once.
Just the once.
Just the one time.
Just the one time.
Just the one time. I don't know who I am, though. I have no idea.
Ooh.
Ooh.
There's such an obvious answer that just sounds like so fucked up to say because like it sounds like I'm saying it because he's gay, so I'm not gonna pick that one.
I don't think I'm Oscar, though.
I mean, you kind of have Oscar vibes a little bit, but I'm trying to think of who would more so be that. I don't know if you really are defined here.
Yeah.
Maybe Pam.
If Pam and Oscar had a baby.
Yeah,
With a sprinkle of Mindy. Just a sprinkle.
If Pam had some zest.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Pam extra spicy.
Because you are definitely like the kind of person who's like, I'll sit down with a good book.
Yeah.
I'll be quiet at work. I exchange all my emotions through looks. Don't expect me to speak them.
Oof. I do that on the podcast.
Yes, exactly.
Oh, and there is not in this episode, but in the episode where Michael Scott has to fire somebody on Halloween, and like he brings Pam into the office, like thinking about like firing, like asking her opinion on who to fire, then like kind of thinking about firing her, and then she just like flatters him and leaves, walks out unfazed. I'm like, that's Cody.
Absolutely.
Do you want to know the most triggering memory from high school I've ever had?
Yes.
Whoa, here we go.
I was in choir class and Jack, beep, redacted, said, "Do you know who you remind me of?" And I was like, "No." And this is a kid I've probably spoken to once in my life before this point.
Oh, God.
And he was like, "Have you ever seen The Office?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I love The Office." And he's like, "You remind me of Kevin."
No, you're not.
And I'm
Kevin.
like, "Is it because I'm a large white man? Is that why I'm Kevin?" And he just looks at me and goes, "No, that's not it." So
What
if
the
you're
fuck?
out there, Jack, I hope you go to hell. Thank you.
If you're out there, Jack.
Thank you.
You're
fuck
not
you.
Kevin.
What's something insulting I can say about Jack? What's something that's true about him that I can just destroy him with real fast?
Jack, you're probably a Republican.
Was he a bad singer?
Oh yeah, he was terrible. He was the kid in class that like everyone loved because he's super funny and vibrant, but he had no talent whatsoever.
Yeah, so
so they put him in the lead spot.
So if Cody looks like Kevin, you sing like Kevin, you fucking putz. There you go.
But he's like a drummer, isn't that supposed? I don't know. Yeah, Kevin can sing, right?
Kevin can sing? Am
I
so
think Kevin
fucked right
can
now?
sing
I don't
because
know.
he wants to get the wedding gig for Roy and Pam in a later
Oh, Jesus
episode.
Christ.
This is not going well for me.
You're not.
Fine. I can verify that Rainn Wilson can't sing, so you sing like Rainn Wilson. There you go.
Perfect. Thank you.
He can drum though. He not only has a movie where he's a drummer, but he's actually legitimately a good drummer.
I can believe that. Rainn Wilson's super talented.
Yeah. I know. He had that horrible. We're gonna review the show eventually with like House, but he had the show called Backstrom, which was like kind of like House, but for like a cop.
Yeah.
And it's really fucking bad. But
yeah, it's the
something else.
time.
It's something else. So yeah, I think we've kind of exhausted The Office a little bit. We're gonna come back and talk about Supernatural.
Oh God.
So if we were gonna do a white elephant,
Yeah.
and we got each other, what would you get each other?
Oh.
Because
What is there a price limit?
yes, it's a $20 price limit.
Okay.
It's the same.
I would get you probably when it comes out to tax, I would get you 17 different colored tablecloths from the Dollar Tree. So you had variety for yourself because you always would change the tablecloths all the time. I'd get you 17 different colors.
Well, it was more when we would play D&D. People at the table, I won't say, would ruin them.
It wasn't me.
It wasn't you.
I have a great guess who it is.
I wonder.
Zane.
I will not confirm or deny anyone.
If you're out there, Zane,
It wasn't just
confirm.
one person. There was two.
Gotcha.
But I was a good noodle.
Yeah. You would just sit there at the end and you'd be like, I'm head of the table.
Yeah. Until somebody made me switch seats when we'll talk about it. But holy shit, that was awful. Anyway. But no, okay. So then let me get a retry since the tablecloth thing isn't for you.
Okay.
I would probably... There are these little aluminum Pokemon that came out with the Burger King meals forever ago.
Oof.
I would buy you one off the internet because they're very hard to find. And I would not tell you what it cost. I would lie and say it was like $15. I found it.
I
on
love
yard
that.
sale, so.
I have those.
Oh, you have all of them?
I don't know if I have all of them, but they were somewhere.
I would get you the Bulbasaur one because that's my
That's
thing.
our bond.
Yeah. Hello? Hello?
Can I tell you the one Happy Meal toy that I drool over?
Yes.
Do you remember those Neopet blind bags?
Yeah.
So they were like a little white bag and you couldn't see through them, but they like showed what
Neopet.
Neopet they were. And then if you opened them, it was like a different color each time.
Yeah.
Oof, that gets me off. The idea of having multiple color options and it's like a surprise blind bag.
You know what I would get you?
That's peak.
I just learned that pop figures also make mugs.
What?
I would get you a pop figure mug.
I had no idea.
Yeah.
Love that.
I know.
I would get Franny some candles and some incense.
He knows me. Although Logan said I can't burn
She
incense
fucking
anymore.
burnt the bar. She roasted my Pokeball piggy bank.
What?
Yeah, so don't get her that shit because it's going in the trash.
I love it. I love burning
It's hidden.
incense. You
I'll
can't
get
take
you
my
a
smoke right
diffuser.
away
A
from me.
diffuser, okay?
Yeah.
No.
You bring incense into my house, it's going in the fucking
I
garbage.
love incense. I will never stop.
She keeps burning all my shit.
I also burnt the sink.
Oh, God.
Yeah, she burnt our sink.
How do you burn a sink?
Yeah, I can show you after if you want.
Okay.
The fake porcelain surrounder of the sink.
Oh.
She burnt that fucking thing.
I know what you're talking about. Was
Yeah.
it in here?
Yes.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
rent
She
too,
did
so-
that.
Wow. What did you do? Just leave it there? You're just
Yes.
like, ooh, just like a nice lit fire. I'm just going to leave it on the counter.
Yes, that's exactly what she did. And I told her, make sure you go to put all those out. And she was like, okay. And then she didn't. And she burnt it. And the first people to see it were the people we were renting from. They're the ones who like put it out and shit. They're like, yeah, you left a fire here. So
Holy wow.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
You know,
Okay.
I'm Britney Spears burning down my home gym with a candle.
I'm going to instead buy you a nice rug. Okay.
No, I love candles. Never stop.
I'm going to go to Burger King and buy you a Pokemon. What I'm thinking is Bulbasaur.
Nothing personal.
No, let's see. Ooh, we used to have this Dragon Ball lamp at work. I think you'd really like it. It was in like the shape of a Dragon Ball. There's many options.
I'm very much a Dragon Ball Z fan. I'm also a movie fan. So like you could be like, here's a $10 gift card to whatever movie place. And I'd be like, that's exciting.
That's a good point. I already have your Christmas present. So I was like, ooh, I could just say this thing. But then I was like, ooh, I can't say that because it's what I got you for Christmas.
God damn it. Oh, all right, guys. We'll be back.
Wait, you don't want to tell me what you get me?
Yeah, what are you
Oh.
going to get Logan?
Oh.
This ass.
I usually, if I want to do like a cheap extra gift for him, just kind of throw in his stocking or something. It's usually magic cards.
That's good.
So dismissive too.
I know.
No. I fucking
$20
love you.
limit. Come on.
And then-
$20 limit.
I don't know what it was $20, but
20.
I don't know. I don't know what I'd get you because I'm usually I'm very good at gifts.
Yeah,
I'm always
you're
pretty
very good at gifts.
I would probably like break the rule again and like get us like a Color Me Mine gift certificate or something.
Gasp. That's what I would want. I would love to paint some pottery with you. I can't think of anything I'd like to do more.
You should make a pot that you can put your incense in.
Yes. Yes.
No.
Yes.
That's out of the question.
Yes.
That's quite literally out of the question. All right. Now we're going to be back here in a second to talk about Supernatural. So real quick, pause.
And we're back. I don't know if I pregnant pause there.
No,
so
it's going to be like bop, bop, like right after
Sorry
the
for the assault on your senses.
It's not like we've been doing this for like over a year or anything.
All right, we're restarting.
No, we're going. We're going. It's happening.
Damn it.
All right, now we're talking about the Christmas special of Supernatural.
Supernatural is an American television series created by Eric Kripke. It was first broadcast on September 13th, 2005 on the WB and subsequently part of the successor, the WB's lineup, starring Jared Padalecki and Sam Winchester and Jensen Ackles as Dean Winchester. The series follows the two brothers as they hunt demons, ghosts, monsters, and other supernatural beings. The series was produced by Warner Brothers. Former executive producer and director Kim Manners died of lung cancer during production of the fourth season.
That's a dour note to end on.
Yep.
Thanks
and
for that.
Also, the other dour note is today, as of we are recording this, is the last episode of the series.
Friday, November 20th.
Yeah.
2020.
Yeah. So it's coming up. Now we're going to talk about spoiler stuff for this Supernatural review. So if you don't want to listen to this, I'll put a timestamp in the end where you can kind of jump in and like catch the socials and stuff. But I feel like this is definitely going to be spoilery talk just because the way the show is.
Yeah.
Even though it's very much like Monster of the Week, it has a through storyline always. But we thought it would be interesting to talk about a Christmas show that isn't like a standard sitcom.
Yeah, especially since like I watched Supernatural up to a point, so did Logan, but correct me if I'm wrong, Cody, but you did not, did you?
I've seen one episode, and it's the one where Felicia Day is like at a Renaissance festival, and
God.
she's like making out with girls. That's all I've seen.
Spoilers start now. So this episode is taking place in the third season, right? Was that what it was?
I'm pretty sure it's the third or fourth.
And at this point, something's going on. I can't even fucking remember why. But Dean has only 1 year left to live. And it's around Christmas time that all this is happening. It's around Christmas time. Do we need to pause? Are you good?
I'm okay, probably.
It's season 3, episode 8. A very supernatural Christmas.
Do we need to pause?
It's fine. I'll just ignore it.
Are you sure? We can pause. It's okay.
I'm okay.
All right. Okay, then. So, Supernatural, very Supernatural Christmas, right? So, the idea is that they always hunt monsters and shit, and this time they're dealing with what they think is like Krampus or Krampus or whatever you call it. It ends up not being that, by the way, toward the end of the episode. You find out it's actually these two like pagan demons that are masquerading themselves as super white parents, and I love it. It's awesome.
Just like in Christmas sweaters and shit. And there's a great like I just kind of Googled this episode just to make sure I was right about what season it was on and everything. And there's just this picture of like this like very like suburban like grandma-esque person who's like this pagan god holding up Sam by his throat. Like
That's you earlier when you punched Logan in the throat.
Yeah, literally, that's what happened. I could barely speak. But yeah, so and those characters are really fucking cool. That's what makes this episode awesome because they're super funny and like I didn't expect that. I didn't expect like really interesting antagonists because usually the show is like it big scary. I'll go kill it. Like that's generally how the show's been. So it was fun to have funny antagonists in this episode that were like so cheeky and like on the nose. So as far as Christmassy goes, the whole time Dean is like getting sentimental because it's his last time alive. And there's this adorable little storyline going on in the background of them like growing up with Christmas and not really having time around their dad. And, eventually Sam comes around to like having a Christmas with Dean. It's actually really fucking adorable.
Yeah.
I kind of love it.
I know it was wholesome.
It was. And I have a brother, and me and my brother don't always see eye to eye. And when we have little moments like that, it's just as awkward, but just as adorable.
Yeah.
So I totally relate to that. And of course, by the end of the episode, they of course kill the pagan people and the demons and all that shit. And really, Supernatural always does this, even though it has a through storyline, like with the Dean thing. It wraps itself up. Like, we get a full conclusion on these demons or pagan gods or whatever. By the end of the episode, it's cleaned up and finished.
Right.
So what did you think? Because this is like one of your first Supernatural episodes. What did you think of it?
I liked it. It was... I kind of wish they did more with the actual pagan gods, because I feel like a lot of it was just kind of like a drawn out way until all of the action happened in the last like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And I kind of wish there had been more interaction with what was actually doing this. And I think it's just because I really liked that they were like grandparents.
Yeah.
They go to like, we play croquet or whatever it was.
Yeah.
Or bridge. That's what it was.
Yeah.
And it's like, I just kind of wanted to see more of that through the course of
I just wonder how, because the episodes are always like they're doing research and they're discovering things, and like they're kind of like the supernatural detectives, right?
Right.
And by the end of the episode, you're kind of on the boat of like that's where it's supposed to be shocking and altering for you. Like the end of the episode is supposed to give you some kind of shock, like, oh, it's actually this. I think that's why I like this one a lot, because you're thinking the whole time we're going to be seeing a bloody, angry Krampus, when in reality we get like two suburban white people, and it's really fucking funny because they're the real villains of this anime, like they always have been.
Yep.
But no, I get what you're saying. It was also just like you didn't give a fuck about these main characters because you don't watch the show. So the touching moments for you, you're like, okay, but let's get to like the Krampus shit, because that's what I'm watching for.
Yeah.
So I get that. I totally understand that.
Yeah.
It was really cute though, how he's like, oh, Dad didn't show up, so I made you Christmas. Sorry, I didn't know they were chick presents. I thought that was really adorable.
Yeah, that
and
was cute.
touching. But yeah, it's such a contrast from like, we just watched the Friends Thanksgiving episode not too long ago, and it's like everything's kind of reiterated for you when you're going through, and it's like, okay, but why is he going to hell? Why does he only have like
you don't have anything. I don't even fucking remember.
Yeah.
So I know it has something to do with some sort of demon bullshit or coming back from hell or some shit.
I couldn't tell you.
The show is very like ridiculous with its through storyline. That's actually its weakness, is like the continual storyline. It's actually better when you just break it down Monster of the Week style.
Interesting.
Who is that?
That's your dad.
Okay, let's pause real fast.
All right, sorry about that pause.
Yeah, Dad was calling in to say that he doesn't like Supernatural either. No, I'm just kidding. But we do have a friend that's super into Supernatural and has some things to talk about. You want to call her real fast? I'll call her on my phone.
Yeah, call her on your phone.
She might be familiar to some of you. Dun,
Hey.
dun, dun.
Dun, dun, dun.
You might hate her. It depends. It seems like it's either you love her or you hate her. That's how I feel about her 24/7.
But you're still talking about her.
And she loves it.
She's still news, baby.
And she doesn't care either way.
Let's see if she answers.
The tension's killing me.
Hello?
Hey, Madison, you're on the podcast. What's up?
Hey, what's going on? Is my audio, like, okay? I'm driving right now, so you might hear, like, road noise.
It's all right. It's all good.
It's fine. Hi, Madison.
Hi.
You don't want to say anything, CL? You still want it to be like you guys don't know each other even now? You guys still not want to know each other at this point?
I'm still waiting for us to officially meet.
So, Madison, we're talking about Supernatural, specifically the Christmas episode with like the pagan gods. But so before we started, like Cody's never seen Supernatural besides this. And I was trying to... Huh?
I guess that you've never seen it, not an episode.
I've seen one episode that we've talked about at the beginning, and it's when Felicia Day's at like a Ren fair.
Oh, yeah, okay. I know the one.
And that's the only one I've ever seen.
So as you'll quickly find out, I know all the ones up to a certain point.
I gotcha. Okay.
She was big into the fan culture. What's the disgusting term for it again, Madison?
What, like fandom?
The super hulock? You were one of
Oh,
those?
yeah. Yeah. Super Hulu. So that's like a thing on Tumblr in 2014. teens where like you were really cringy and really into both Supernatural, Doctor Who, and Sherlock. So I will say this, like I was a lock more than anything, but I was also very into Supernatural as well.
Not a Who fan.
Oh no, I do. I like it. It's fine, but that wasn't like the big one for me.
Out of the three, I feel like it's like one of the few that only like I think Doctor Who holds up the best over time.
I know. I was like,
Yeah,
I really
that's my
like Doctor
favorite.
Who.
Yeah, that's probably true.
So I was trying to tell Cody about like the recent show Supernatural, but like I don't know anything about it. So like it just came out jumbled and I couldn't really explain it. So I wanted you to do it.
So about like Supernatural in general?
No, about now. What's going on with it?
Yeah,
controversy.
What's problematic about it? Tell us.
Okay, so basically in I guess it was season 5 of Supernatural, they introduced a character named Castiel, and he is like an angel, okay? And then you got the two main, Dean and Sam, are fighting against monsters and things on Earth. So the angel Castiel is introduced, and like throughout the time that he is on the show, fans of the show begin to the term used is shift them. So like they think that like it's like thinking they want them to be in a relationship.
I'm familiar with the term.
I thought you would be, because it's like pretty common knowledge, but I'm like, since I'm on a podcast, I'll explain what shipping is in the way that makes me sound the least cringy possible.
Tell us, do you have an OTP?
God.
Listen, I'm having a flashback right now.
She crashes her car because of the flashback.
Like, this is like just like a conversation I would have had at the lunch table in like freshman year of high school.
You with your sunglasses on, you can't see shit.
Shut the fuck up. I don't want to talk about it, okay? I was going through a phase. But anyway, so people ship Dean with Castiel. It was called Destiel for, mashing up the names, Destiel. So people like shipped this for years, and the showrunners were very aware of it. And it would be like baited a lot, so there was a lot of like queer baiting going on, and they would like tease this relationship, and it was purposely written in a way that would like give fans little like nuggets and things to like hang on to. But at the same time, they were very public that like it would never happen. Jensen Ackles, who plays Dean, was like very vocally like, no, this will not happen. This will never occur. And that's a whole other thing. We don't have to get into that.
One problematic thing at a time.
Right. But yeah, so he was very like adamantly like, no, this is never going to happen. And so were the others, so were the showrunners. But then something happened this season, which is currently airing, of Supernatural. And I have not watched Supernatural in like many years. I would say the last time I watched Supernatural, I was probably like 16 or 17. So it's been like literal years since I've watched an episode. But this season that they're currently airing is their last season. And I guess it was either the most recent episode or the episode before the most recent. But so this is my very limited understanding, not having watched any of the show. They're fighting like their big bad for the season. And the only way that they can, let me go back. So they're fighting their big bad for the season. And at some other point, Castiel, the angel, made a bargain with this character that in order to save someone's life, he would have to either live in misery or die the very most experience through happiness.
Yeah,
so up to this,
the audio cut out a little there. So they would die the very moment they found true happiness.
Gotcha.
So up to this moment, like, he's never experienced true happiness or whatever. So they don't know what to do. and they're gonna.
Okay, speak a little slower because you're cutting out a little bit. Go ahead.
I'm sorry, I'm driving. But they're all freaking out because the big comment. They need a way to stop so that they don't.
Oh no!
Oh no, we're totally losing you. We can't understand a word you're saying.
Dang it! Right as it was getting juicy,
I was like, we're about to get to the meat and potatoes.
Hear me?
Sure can't.
No.
Sure cannot.
Sure cannot.
Just put Bridget on the phone. She can explain it.
I don't think it's me. I think it's hold on. I'm gonna pass this over to Bridget, and can you hear me all?
We can hear you a little.
Yeah, we can
better
hear
now.
you. I think it's because you might be on speaker since you're driving.
Okay, how is that? I just took you off speaker. That's fine.
That's
you sound
a lot
better.
Okay, get to the meat and potatoes. We're ready for it.
Okay, so like I said, the big bad is coming. They don't know what to do, and Castiel is like, "Wait, I have an idea. If I experience my moment of true happiness, a portal will open, sending me to super mega hell. Like it's like hell's at work. That's my understanding of this. So like,
It's Pier 1
super
imports.
Exactly. Except
Yes,
hell never
it is
ends, and they're
exactly.
going out of business.
God.
Yeah. So yeah, they're like, if I can get my moment of true happiness, a portal to hell will open up and it'll swallow me and I'll die, but then so will the villain, and I'll do that for you. And so the way that he experiences his true happiness is he has this like long speech about how good of a person Dean is. And he's like, you know, I never thought that I could have what would make me truly happy. But I realized that like happiness is not having what I want, but it's just like being, you know, saying it and being it and all this stuff. And so he's like, does this whole speech, and meanwhile Jensen Ackles, who plays Dean, is like a brick fucking wall. Like he can, like the actor who plays Cass is like, you know, there's tears, he's crying, distraught, and Jensen Ackles is like couldn't show less emotion if he tried. So he's having this like, you know, this confession. He's like, you know, I never knew how I could be happy. And then he looks deep into his eyes and he's like, I love you, Dean. And then Dean is like, what? And then the portal opens up, swallowing his gay ass to mega hell. So that's the message for the fans.
Yeah, if you're gay, you're going to super hell.
You're going to super mega hell.
Unless you repress it.
It's okay to be gay. Just don't say anything, guys, okay?
Right. Just like let it fester forever and then go to super hell.
What are Bridget's thoughts on this?
Hold on, I'll pass her the phone.
Okay.
Just a second.
I want to know her thoughts.
Okay. What are my thoughts?
Yes.
Yeah.
Has none. Blank.
Hello? Did she hang up? She's like, my thoughts are click.
She just hung up. It's fine.
I love that.
Oh, it's good.
Oh, wait, she's calling back. She's calling back. Hey there. Hello there. The angel from my nightmare. Hello?
Did you just hate my take? And
No, you hung up. The line cut. We went, what are your thoughts? And then the line just went dead.
Really?
Yeah, really. Yeah, if you don't believe us, you can hear it on the podcast in real time.
You said, what are my
I love
thoughts?
that.
You went, what are my thoughts? Dead. Gone. So now can you tell us your thoughts?
Yes. I hated it.
Then she just hangs up again, just boop.
I hated it. Bye.
Yeah.
It's insane.
It's insane. Like, how are you gonna do that? How are you supposed to like tell your fans? Like, how are you gonna say this to your fans? Like,
Especially when their fans are predominantly
Yeah.
gay. I don't think.
yeah,
Predominantly, it seems lesbian women from what I've
Yeah.
discovered. It seems like a lot of lesbians.
There's so lesbian women. But my favorite part is that he's doing his speech, and Dean is like, "What are you saying, man?
What are you saying,
like,
man?
What are you saying? I'm saying I love you, Dean. What does that mean? Whoosh. We didn't talk about it over a football game and beef jerky. I don't understand what you're trying to tell me. All right, Bridget, we're gonna let you go. Thank you guys so much for talking to us about it.
Of course, we will do that anytime, anywhere, any place.
All right.
You know that.
Be safe. Love you guys.
Later, Lesbos. Love you.
Love you. Bye.
So those are our resident lesbians.
The supernatural experts.
Wow.
How do you feel, Cody?
The super Hulock fans or whatever it was. Oh, gazoom tight.
Oh my God. So good. I love it so much.
So yeah, that's the message, kids. If you're gay, you're going to super
If you're
hell.
gay, it's scary. And we don't like it.
For real, if you're out there and you're gay, it's okay. But, just don't tell anyone or you're going to go to hell, okay?
Super hell.
Super mega hell.
The instant you express your feelings, you're gone.
Yep.
You're going. Can't have your happiness.
Oh, goodness. I love how that had nothing to do with the Christmas episode,
No.
but it's everything I needed.
Yeah, well, I mean, we were talking about Christmas, but to be honest with you, I think that was far more interesting than
And
Christmas.
to be honest with you, I don't know if I could get in the Christmas spirit this year,
Nothing says Christmas like burning in hell,
For being
Yeah.
gay.
For being gay.
For being an angel, but for being gay.
Yeah, a gay angel.
God.
A gangel.
A angel.
Okay.
Oh my God. So good. So good.
So, okay, are you Dean or are you Sam?
Is that the question?
Yes, because there's like 3 characters in this episode.
Fuck, Mary Kill.
Oh, first of all, can we talk about how dumb you are to be a pagan god and your one kryptonite is an evergreen tree and you have a Christmas tree? Get a fake tree.
Yeah, get a fake
Get
tree.
a fake tree.
That's a good point.
I love how you waited on that. Like you let that simmer and then you're like, let me prepare this statement at the end here.
It's been burning in the forefront of my mind like Christmas lights, and I just had to say it. I'm sorry.
God.
So are you Dean or Sam?
I think they're both so similar.
I know. I was like, I know nothing.
I guess I'm Sam because I'm reluctantly an asshole and not just an outright asshole.
Ooh.
Yeah. Horrible. It's
You're
just all
you're
bad.
Bobby.
I'm Bobby. You don't even meet Bobby.
What's Bobby?
He's a guy.
Can I be the car? Vroom, vroom.
Yeah. Vroom, vroom. No, you're the pagan god.
The woman.
I'm the woman.
Yeah. You're the pagan woman.
I am woman. Hear me, vroom, vroom.
You would make a bunch of reefs that were secretly like napalm.
I have to go. Have you seen my Etsy? What?
You come off so sweet, but you have a hidden agenda.
Oh yeah. Probably.
Oh my God, this is all so ridiculous. Okay. Well, okay, so based on what you saw, would you continue watching the show?
I mean, no, but I'd probably watch it if that makes sense. Like, I'm probably going to watch it, but from this episode, no.
What about from the new knowledge, from the new supernatural knowledge you just got?
I think that's what's reeling him in.
Oh, yeah, that's what aligns me, is gay people deserve to burn in super mega hell, and that's going to be what makes me watch the show.
That Tumblr can control the arc of a television show.
Literally, the power is in the hands of the people.
It's just like, has that power gone too far?
I don't think I'm gonna watch any more of it. I've seen quite a bit of it, and then I stopped when it got bad, and apparently it's only gotten worse.
I have one last thing to tell you about the supernatural fandom.
Oh no.
There's also Wincest, which is Sam and Dean.
So I'm just gonna watch the Felicia Day episodes, and that's it.
There's fanfics of them. It's called Wincest.
No, I'm out. We're
Awful.
done. That should go to hell. If you do that, you should go to hell for that.
Yeah, like why is Misha Collins going to hell?
Yeah.
You should go to Mega Hell.
What the hell, Dean?
Wincest.
Oh goodness.
Oh God.
I don't want any part of that.
Also, like, why is True Happiness some dude you want to fuck going, what?
You can't help who you fall in love with.
Yeah. I really want to see this episode. I want to just watch this episode, but not the whole episode, just like
this part.
If you guys want to see that, leave it in the comments. If you want to watch us troll this homophobic episode, apparently.
Yeah. Oh my God, I'll get all my gays to come on here.
Oh, get every gay.
I'll assemble all my gays.
It's like Captain Planet. You just.
I have a lot of gays you
I
can
have
assemble.
so many gays on retainer. It's ridiculous. I'm like the fucking Trevor Project. I just gays everywhere all the time.
It's one of those roundabout doors. You just constantly have people going in and out.
I have a lazy Susan filled
with gays.
filled with Suzannes, if you know what I mean. Okay. Anyway.
I can't even breathe anymore.
Okay.
Oh, are your allergies that bad?
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah.
All right. So first off, because I think we've talked this to hell.
Super
Literally.
mega.
Merry Christmas, everybody. We love you. We hope that this is gonna be the last episode of before the new year. So
Yeah.
So we hope 2021 is looking better.
Yeah, we'll see you in 2021.
And to start off 2021, we are going to upload our very first podcast we ever recorded.
Finally.
Glee Pokemon. So you guys will be able to hear that the first time we've ever spoken to each other on a podcast, back when we were calling him our guest.
I'm excited for it to not air in that order, and we're just like, what? They're just at the heads like Pokemon Glee? No, it's not.
No, it's the next one coming up. But it's so funny to listen to us talk about how it's the first one. And then also, like, you're going to hear some others in between that we recorded previously too, and it's just so funny to like listen to like what we
This
thought it was gonna
podcast
be.
had a whole different name too.
Whole different name, whole different concept. Not a whole different concept,
but it was just gonna be me and Logan.
and then guests every week.
And then guests,
And then
yeah.
we realized like that's not.
And then
what
we had our
want.
first guest, and he stuck
And I
around.
invited myself in and was like,
That's not true.
I deserve to be here. And there's a
like-
fourth seat for a reason, guys. This table has 4 sides.
So yeah, we'll definitely. I think once COVID stops being such a scare, we'll start doing guests. But we can also do guests, virtually and stuff. But
Yeah, like Madison on the
like
phone.
Madison just now, and my sister on the Thanksgiving episode, which
Yeah.
you've listened to hopefully. But yeah, Pokemon Glee will be the next episode, and then let's plug what we got to plug, Cody.
Yeah, I have an EP called Temple. It's out now on all streaming platforms. You can find me at CL Blue Official on all things.
And then Logan and I have another podcast, Crosscut Cinema, where we discuss 2 different movies most of the time. It's also with Madison and Bridget, who you heard on this episode. YouTube.com/Crosscut Cinema.
And then also in the description, I'll have my 3rd YouTube channel, which basically operates as a way for me to upload personal projects as well as clip and highlight reels from the other 2 podcasts and any sort of spare extra kind of content. So if you like either of the podcasts we do, the best thing to do if you want that extra little bit of content you're not getting for some reason, you can check out that channel that I have listed in the description.
There's some fun stuff on there.
Yeah. And, I don't know for sure if my other thing I've been working on, I think one of my things that I'm working on will be up, but I don't want to say it for sure and give it away. But I have another podcast I'm currently working on that's not so much a comedy as much as just a really cool look into people.
Yeah.
So there should be episode 1 up, but maybe not. All right, guys, is there anything else we want to say?
Happy holidays. Be safe.
Yes. We
And
love you.
Yeah, we love you. Thanks for the support.